All right, welcome back. Dow going wild, up 1,000 today. Way better than expected unemployment numbers. So jobs apparently are coming back, or more got saved than people thought. Great news. And you know what? We're talking about cop killers, and we're talking about COVID, and we're talking about debts and this and that. And, you know, one of our friends, a great friend of the show, Barry Goldsmith, joins us right now. And Barry, been with us from the beginning. Anything we need, writes me little jokes and little soliloquies here that I turn into my own words. He's a professor at NYU. He's an expert in architecture. He's the host of the Been There, Haven't Done That podcast. And on Fridays, he comes on and lays out a few funnies for us, so we could, drink and have a few laughs in the middle of all this craziness. So, Barry, we're closing out this tough week. We got two crises going on simultaneously here. I want to get your reflections on some of this. You're our resident humorist.
Thank you. Yes.
In your view, is the lockdown still a big concern?
Yes, people seem to be going crazy with masks. They can't get enough of masks. I mean, look at this mask that you're showing on the screen. It's a woman, a mask, and it's totally useless. It's a mask on a mummy, and she's never going to use it. She's dead. But it's in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. On top of that, she doesn't need it in the Metropolitan Museum of Art because it's closed. So, sweetie, take off your mask. She doesn't need it. But
all right.
I'm also
all right. Let's go to round two. New Jersey is starting to unlock a little more here in Staten Island and New York City. Not so much, but people are going to finally start getting out more. What do you think about people getting in the outdoors and maybe going to like water parks? Is that something that could work?
Well, water parks are great. First of all, I'm a little cautious yet. However, if water parks boil their water before it opened, I feel a lot safer just diving in and riding on boiled water. But things are getting better. Disney, for instance, is opening its amusement parks all over the world. And I'm happy to say that every Disney park around the world is at least 6 feet apart from the other. So they're doing a good job.
So they're keeping all the Disney amusement parks at least 6 feet apart.
Exactly. And you know something? Disney now is saying that they were always for safety of its workers. The workers always wore a mask. I hate to tell them, though, with goofy masks attached to the goofy bodysuit, is not exactly protecting the workers.
Well, I can tell you. Yeah, I can tell you. I used to wear those masks when I was a kid. My mom had a party company. She used to make me dress up like Big Bird and Mickey Mouse, and sometimes even the Care Bears. And it gets hot in those things. If anything, they're unsafe for the workers because it's hot inside those big costume furry masks. I can tell you.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, you know what? My mother made me dress up at parties.
Was that?
Is it dress up as a doctor? It goes to show you Jewish mothers. What can I say?
I was going to remind you it's a PG show before you said what she used to make you dress up as. But I think my brother Derek once in a while had to fill in as Rainbow Bright, which is a little cartoon character. I think me and Derek did Raggedy Ann and Andy sometimes. We had to flip a coin.
I'm glad that Derek is off the streets right now because look at all of those protesters not wearing masks. In fact, your show is national. So here's what I want to do. I want to create gigantic protests in every major city protesting the protesters not wearing masks because it's not that safe to get close to one another at this time yet.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's bring together a whole bunch of people in masks to protest against the whole bunch of people together not in masks. It'll be like a mask off. You know what I mean? Like it might be too dangerous.
And you know about the looters, I could see if the first thing they would loot is a Target and come out with the toilet paper because everybody needs it and there's a shortage. But you know what? You know my definition of a liberal, John? A liberal is a person who worries that the looters use their booty without sanitizing it first. Now that's a liberal.
He's got a
right?
million of them, folks. He'll be here all weekend. Try to veal.
And I have a new definition of chutzpah.
Tell me.
Okay, it's somebody who looted something and still, after it breaks down, let's say 2 years from now, will want to reinforce the warranty. Now that's chutzpah. And you know what you have to watch out for with protesters and looters? They're now going a bit upscale. They're going to start looting antique stores. And you know what they're going to take? Valuable antiques from the 1960s riots. Now, those are antiques.
Wow. And they're probably going to go under a different group name, Antica.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, John.
Sorry. You know, every so often a funny pops out of me, you know?
No. Hey.
I would love to see the 70-year-old Anticas going up against the 22-year-old Antifas. You know what I mean? It would be like a war of the worlds. The senior citizens will probably win.
I'll tell you that a lot of things are opening up now. You can go to a dentist now. Finally, they're opening up. And you know what my definition of success is? You're very successful. Here's my definition of success. When I go to the dentist and I worry more about the pain than the price, that's success.
Right. And yeah, I'm not that concerned about dentists because these things, they take the wear and tear. I take them out at night. I put them in the glass of alcohol. So I think I'm okay with the dentures. But I mean, a lot of people need the dentist. You were having some dentist problems a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, at your wonderful, last week, at your wonderful haircuts, they also should have had dentists overlooking that beautiful bay or the Atlantic, whatever it is. One thing I was going to say, that people just didn't think that working at home was in awe, copying our president, because let's face it, he goes from his residence and walks to work. So during a lockdown, everybody also went from their residence and walked to work. They were following in the footsteps of our president.
We're all working from the White House. All right, Barry, we got to leave it there. You're the best. Thank you for your work behind the scenes all week, and thank you for today. We'll see you next week. We'll see you right over the top of this hour. Don't go nowhere. Back right after this.